You may think filing for bankruptcy is complicated and building up your credit afterwards is even harder, but our WSFL-TV Trusted Advisor, Chad Van Horn, stopped by recently with how you can make the most out of your fresh start after bankruptcy. Chad, on the show we've talked multiple times about how bankruptcy can actually be a good thing for people once they decide to make that decision and really stand by that choice. How does your firm help clients?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. The number one question I get asked by clients is, how is this going to impact my credit? I pulled a credit report. I had a client recently, a couple months ago, filed bankruptcy. They had a 500 credit score. Their credit score is already in the 600s and is trending to get back to the 700s. So bankruptcy is sometimes the best thing that you can do to increase your credit.
Gone are the days of seeing bankruptcy as you in financial ruin. You can actually have a fresh start. And as you said, from 500 climbing up to 700 in a matter of time that would normally take years is a good thing. What is the best course of action, Chad, when filing for bankruptcy? Where should you start?
So the first thing you want to do is get to your discharge, which generally speaking takes about 3 to 4 months from the date of filing. After you get your discharge, you're going to pull your credit report, make sure everything is reporting correctly, because nothing should be reporting negatively after you receive your discharge. Then you need to start reestablishing credit. If you have a family member or friend that has good credit, become an authorized user on one of their credit cards. That'll give you the length of history for them. And then start getting your car loans, your mortgages. Those usually are 8 to 12 months after filing bankruptcy and getting the discharge.
Chad, what would you say is the most important thing after filing for bankruptcy? Obviously, repairing your credit, sure, but is there like one thing that you should stop doing or not do after you file bankruptcy?
Well, they always say history repeats itself. So if you filed bankruptcy because it was something that you could have avoided, because many of the bankruptcies that we see are unavoidable. Unfortunately, it's medical debt, divorce, things that happen. So if it was something that you could have avoided, make sure you avoid that moving into the future. And I always recommend get on a budget, stick to that budget, create an emergency fund, because unfortunately, as we learned over the last couple of years, things are going to happen. And you need that extra money when that happens to you.
Absolutely. Learn from the past to make better decisions for the future. I love that, Chad. Hey, where can we go to get in contact with you and get more really salient tips on how to stay financially healthy?
And I love to talk about this stuff. So you can call me directly at 954-637-0000. You can also go to vanhornlawgroup.com. There's a ton of good material there as well.
Awesome. Chad Van Horn, you're a winner, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me.